Hey, you're watching The Appreciationist. My name is Peter Hartman.
Hi, I'm Valerie Soule.
And I'm Samantha Barley.
Today we're talking about taking charge of your life. Well, this is wonderful. It's a good topic. It's a topic that I think is important to talk about. But before we get to that, the first segment of our show, what I learned this week. And that's where I let you know what I learned this week. Well, what did I learn this week besides Ms. Sourdough Bread here, who keeps pushing that information on me? I learned, okay, well, look, I'm editing a video right now. And in the video, they're dealing with something called mirror dry. Mirror dry is for people who have excessive sweating, and it's a treatment that allows them to not sweat as much. I was going to say destroy the sweat glands, but that's not the way it works at all. I'm not a scientist, not a doctor. I just play one on TV. But anyway, it helps with excessive sweating. And I'm a person, I deal with hyperhidrosis. I sweat a lot, and so I'm always very interested in ideas like this. In fact, speaking of sweating a lot, I'm baking. Just give me half a second. Sam, entertain them for a second.
Okay, so sourdough bread.
All right, no, we're going to forget about that.
I love it.
I'm just going to forget that. Yeah.
I'll explain it all.
Well, look.
Well played.
Mirror dry is this cool thing. I heard about it. I've read about it. It only works for, underarms and face and stuff like that. And they don't have a full body one yet. I'm still holding out hope. But if you're out there interested in making your life a little easier, getting a simple treatment, I mean, it doesn't take surgery. It's not complicated. You go in and deal with excessive sweating. Some people have it on armpits, back on their back, things like that. You can definitely check it out. So if you're like me and you care about the sweating issue, mirror dry might be for you. Well, that's what I learned this week. It seemed pretty interesting. But let's move on to the most important thing we do during the show, which is called a moment of appreciation. And that's where we look back at the past 7 days and we pick out something that we appreciate. It could be something good that happened that's easy to appreciate, or it could be something that wasn't so great but that we can see the value in today. Well, I've got a moment of appreciation. Who wants to go first?
I do.
Sam.
Just because you already mentioned it like at the beginning. So that is my moment of appreciation. I had it planned. So it's my sourdough bread. Yeah, so I recently learned how to make sourdough bread, and last night / this morning, because it does take a long time to create. Well, not create, but
sounds like it takes a long time.
It doesn't take a long time to actually do the thing. It's just you have to let it ferment overnight, and then it gets big. And anyway, so I made my second loaf of sourdough bread, and I am very pleased with it. It's poofier than the other one. It is a half white, half whole wheat bread. I added some sunflower seeds. I added chia seeds, flax seeds, so it's super healthy, super good for me, and I'm just like super excited about this great, making bread. And I think I'm gonna gain 50 pounds this winter. I think anybody around me who has access to my bread is gonna gain weight, but I'm really having fun doing that, and it really feels like it's like boosting my self-esteem when it comes out of the oven and it looks all nice. I'm just like, I did that. I made you, because it's really made from scratch. It's made from just flour, water, and salt. And the fact that it turns out to be this beautiful loaf of bread that is actually healthier than most breads just makes me so satisfied.
Well, that's
now the question, sorry, but the question is, does it taste good?
It does. It does taste good. I don't know how to describe it today. This one tastes a little less soury than the other sourdough bread, but they don't actually taste sour. I don't know how.
There's a little bit of a sour taste to it.
Okay, so yeah, the one you had, it's a little bit of a sour taste, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it? Did you like that?
Yeah, it was fine.
I mean, really, the enthusiasm is overwhelming.
No. Well, look, with me, food, you're not going to get much unless we're talking about steak and cheese.
He doesn't really care. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
But to me, no, it definitely tastes good. I think you would like it, Val. It doesn't have any like weird.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. I'd love to try it.
Yeah. And it's like good for you, and it tastes good, and it's I mean, it's gonna save me tons of money if I keep doing it. You know, like one of those big loaves of bread, they would normally be like $6 or something. So
Sam, make me one. I'll pay for it.
I will make you one.
That's it.
$12
I'll
a
just
loaf.
definitely. It's like let's start a business here, because you know me, I'm not gonna bake. That's for sure.
Yeah, I will make you one. Cool.
All right.
Fun.
That's really awesome. I really like that. Look, I'm picky about the food that I eat, and I eat the bread, and it's perfectly fine. So I'm the type of person, I go to a restaurant, I order the exact same thing, and if anything is different, I am upset. And I wasn't upset eating your sourdough bread.
Yeah.
You are a sourdough pusher, but we'll talk about that another
But
time.
True.
my second part is that I made banana bread last night at the same time that I was preparing my sourdough bread. And the banana bread is delicious, and it's definitely not as healthy, but it's also made with my sourdough starter. So it does have that a little bit of sourdough healthiness to it. It doesn't taste like sourdough. It's delicious. It's full of sugar. It's great.
Well, look, that's taking charge of your life, right? That's caring about what you eat and caring about it to such a degree that you're going to learn about it, you're going to care about it, and then doesn't that heighten your appreciation for it?
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah. I imagine it's very similar to having a baby, making sourdough and
Yeah. And then I eat it.
Yeah, it's even better than a baby because you can eat it. Okay, that got weird. Look, that was a great moment of appreciation. Luke, do you have a moment of appreciation? I put you on mute there for a second, so take yourself off. I know you had a trip to the emergency room, and you're still here, so we're really happy about that.
He's still on mute.
Yeah, and I can see him
Looking how.
There we go. Wait, hang on, we can't hear him.
We can't hear you.
Okay, just press it again and then press it one more time. Nope, still. Okay, now you're back on mute. Oh, I heard you for a second there.
For a second, yeah.
Yeah, you heard me?
Yeah, I can hear
There
you.
we go.
You can hear me?
That is weird. Okay.
There's a message there, but
Yeah.
We can hear you.
It's having problems, but we hear you.
Yeah, okay. So that's it. I went to emergency yesterday morning because the day before and Sunday night I had a chest pain, and was a little problem with my heart, and that was caused from some emotional thing and whatever there. And so my doctor, because since a few weeks ago I'm having some treatment for an anti-rejection for my kidney. I think I talked about it a little bit. I'm not sure, but. So, and for one of the treatment, they have to put a catheter in my neck, but they don't want to do that unless they're sure that my heart is okay, you know. So I went to the emergency yesterday and blah, 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 you know, and what I want to talk is very often when we go to the hospital, we say, it's not good, you know, it's long, you have to wait long and but you can make it more enjoyable, no? Because I look there and every people are alone and not talking. So I start talking to people and they exchange a little bit, you know, and they start talking and laughing a little bit and blah blah blah. I did the same thing with the receptionist, you know, when she called me, you know, with my eyesight, I don't see very much, so I didn't know which one of the receptionists called me. So when I got around there, I said, so who's the lucky winner? The lucky girl. So the girl that called me was also happy. It's me. Things like that, you know. And also I want to say that when they fixed my problem and everything, they asked me to go and have an appointment with my doctor. But since my doctor is at the hospital, I went directly to there. And the receptionist, she got me straight through the doctor instead of giving me an appointment and coming back another day and blah blah blah. And when I saw my doctor and talked and everything, he had some tests to be done that he wanted to be done, a scan and things like that. So I went to take an appointment, and there again, they passed me right away instead of giving me an appointment. So it went, everything went kind of fun. And he told me that now they have because I have a blockage in my heart, one of the arteries is blocked. And he said that they have a new technology that they developed, and it's even better than the one with the balloon and things like that. And you go through and you put a stent there. And he said that the big Canadian specialist of that technology isn't here in Montreal. They were able to bring him to Montreal at the Royal Vic. So I'm gonna wait for a call to have that very soon. So even if the things were bad that happened to me, something very good and appreciative came out of it, you know.
Oh, that's excellent. That's wonderful. I love hearing that. Oh, yeah, when you go there and well, it doesn't happen often, but it goes smoothly and you're able to connect and connect. That's a really cool moment of appreciation. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Luke.
No problem.
Really nice. That's cool. Well, look, I mean, stay at the hospital. If you can turn that into a moment of appreciation, you got it made there. How about you, Val? What's your moment of appreciation?
I just want to say, Luke, I really think you have such a great attitude. I know I say it every week, but I think it's fun. And no wonder that things are getting easier for you at the hospital. So I'm really happy about that.
Good.
My moment of appreciation was last week. I've been looking for weeks and weeks for a bag so that I can carry, it's hard to explain, but big tiles, and that's what I would do my tap dancing on. And I've been thinking of doing a life coaching tap dancing combo, and so I kind of need to carry those tiles with me easily. So it was hard to find the right bag for that, and so it took me weeks, honestly, and I finally found it at Omer de Serre. First of all, it was perfect size, perfect price, like really cheap. And when I walked in there, first thing I saw, I don't even know how to explain it, but something to practice piano. It's like a little strip of rubber with all the different keys on it, and when you play on it, it makes a sound. It's plugged into a little speaker, and you can even plug your earphones into the speaker. And I was like, oh my God, this is, because you can almost roll it. I mean, it's very easy. It's portable. It's like super easy. And I said, that's perfect. I've been wanting to learn the piano. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. That'll be the perfect way for me to try it. So I asked how much it was, and it was a really good price for me. And of course they were out because it's been so popular, but they're going to receive some in the next couple of days, and they'll call me. So it was like amazing. I asked for this like weeks ago, and I know you guys said at some point, oh, would you like to try something new? And I said, yeah, I'd like to try the piano. And I had talked to a couple of people to teach me, but I thought the best way would probably be to do it myself at home, you know, with a computer or finding a way. But so that was perfect. I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. It was right there in front of me. So thank you, universe, for just providing when you're not even thinking about it. So I loved it.
Oh, I really like that. That's really cool. I didn't know you wanted to learn to play the piano. Did I know that?
Yes. I think I mentioned it at some point. Yes, I think on the Appreciationist or something. Yes. Yeah.
Well, you might have there. Oh, that's really cool. I'm really happy that you found that. I have actually felt like the incline for piano too, and all I could do was download an app for it. You know, just.
I know. I want something a little bit, you know, but. Yep.
Not quite the thing that you have there, but honestly, I decided I was even thinking about playing the piano at the beginning of the show besides my guitar, only because I couldn't fit my guitar in there. But that's really cool. Do you maybe send me a picture of that thing? I think it's really cool. I like to share it.
Yeah, I mean, it's for kids. It's a game. It's like $40, but I think it's really worth it. Good. And yes, once I have it, definitely I'll find it on their website probably, and I'll send it to you. Yeah, I thought that was perfect.
That's really cool. Well, thank you for your moments of appreciation. I really appreciate that. My moment of appreciation, I just recently I hosted the 5th annual Quebec Animal Rescuer of the Year award. So it was a lot of fun. It was hours of me doing my best to entertain the audiences, doing comedy in front of a crowd of adults, children, and animals. So it was a chaotic experience like you would imagine, but it was tons of fun. And I felt even better doing it this time than I did last year. So that was really, really cool. Thank you so much, Aline, for inviting me to do that once again. It was definitely a blast. Look, you guys, we've got through a moment of appreciation. I want to let you know in our next segment, what a great idea. What a great idea. What a great idea. It points you towards a product, a service, a website, an idea that's deserving of your attention, because whatever we give our attention to becomes, everybody's on mute. A greater part of our experience. I got that. I felt it in your spirit. Sam gave me a website here today. Really, really cool. I checked it out. It's called gohighbrow.com, and it allows you to take free courses. But what's really cool about this is that it teaches you these courses in 5-minute increments. So if you have 5 minutes a day to learn something new, to learn a new skill, to learn something you haven't learned before, this is a really cool way to do it. Go highbrow is .com. It's a free website, and you can definitely go check that out. Would you?
I just want to add to that is that it sends you an email every day. Like I started looking, and there's actually some on happiness. There's some on positive psychology. There's actually stuff for people that, you know, our members would really enjoy. And so what it does is it, like the happiness one, I signed up for it. It is 10 days. And so every day for 10 days, it sends you an email with the information or the course. I have it, it'll start tomorrow, I guess, but I found that pretty interesting. Yeah. It was actually a client of mine. I don't remember who, but somebody told me about it. And so I looked it up. Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you don't remember who. What did you choose?
The one that I chose, the Pursuit Happiness course or something.
Happiness? Okay. Yeah. Well, there's stuff about art, business, cooking, health, history, languages, nature, philosophy. That's the one I checked out. Productivity, psychology, science, and technology. So it's really the whole spectrum there. So that's a really good get from you, Sam. Definitely go check that out. That's gohighbrow.com. You can find that information on our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Appreciationist. Look, okay, before I know we're gonna have to cut this short, but before I let you guys go, Val, if somebody asks you, how do I take charge of my life? Sam would say sourdough bread, but what would you say? Like, how do you encourage someone to take charge of their life? Putting you on the spot.
I think first of all, increase your awareness. Find out, what you like, what you don't like. I think it's observation first, so that you know yourself a little bit more, and then start making decisions. Like realize you're actually making the decision, and that you have the power to do that. That you're not a victim. So I think this is really the first step. So that and then I think you can go anywhere from there. The minute you realize that what you can do and that you have power, then you can, I think the sky's the limit.
I think that's really cool. It seems like it's a common refrain for us that awareness is the starting point of anything, right? Whether you want to change a habit, take charge of your life, fix something, help someone else, just becoming more aware is a really, really good first step. Excellent. I really love that. Sam, if somebody asks you, how do I take charge of my life? You have awareness. That's a very important thing. Are there any other elements towards taking charge of your life? You got to say something.
I was being silly.
No, put the card up there. Put it up there. But you got to say something so we see it.
Oh, I have to say something. There you go. Can you see it? It looks like it's backwards. No?
Okay, pull it back. Pull it back a bit to your face. There you go. What does it say?
Being aware of your emotions is the first step towards feeling better. Oops.
Absolutely. Second step is answer the call, right? Answer the call. Yeah, okay, so the first step is to be aware of your emotions, right? So you're aware of what's happening around you, you're aware of your emotions, and once you're aware of it, then what? What do you do once you're aware of how you feel, once you're aware of the thoughts that are going in your head? You're not going to become aware and then everything's going to be good up there. You're not going to be aware and everything's going to be solid inside you. What do we do next? This taking charge, to me, it makes me feel like action, right? To take action, to dig my claws into it.
So when you're aware of your emotions, then like what Val's saying, what you like, what you don't like. And so in any given moment, you can say, okay, what's going on with me? I feel something. I feel flustered. A lot of people will be like, oh, it's anxiety. No, there's a lot under that anxiety. And so you sort of identify, okay, what am I feeling right now? It could be I feel rejected, I feel helpless, I feel hurt. And then with that information, then you can do something with it. Like if you know that you feel rejected and you feel rejected every time you see this person, maybe there's something to look at there. Either you want to get away from this person, or you want to look at, okay, am I actually being rejected? Should I express myself to this person? Should I leave the situation? You just have, like Val said, power. You have more power. You have more choice to do what would be best for you.
I like that. So you're saying you become aware and then you start asking yourself questions, right? That's the first thing you do. You start asking your questions. You start questioning the way you're feeling, the way you're thinking. Is this true? Is it something that I want to believe? How does this resonate with me? What would I prefer to believe? How would I prefer to feel? Like I was talking about preferences. I really like that. So first we become aware, then we ask questions, and then we take action. Luke, what do you think? Do you think once you become aware, you're gonna have to unmute yourself, but I'll talk while you unmute yourself there. First you become aware, then you start asking questions, and then when you realize what you prefer, then when you realize what might suit you better, then you what?
You act. You do. You take action.
Exactly. You absolutely do. You
Stop talking and saying everything. I'm going to do this and that, and just do it.
That's right. Exactly. So,
that's all I have to say.
And is there anything more to say to that? I mean, that's absolutely excellent. Once some people, they encourage you to do first. And I know Val and Sam wouldn't do that. They tell you first become aware, then start asking questions. And when you get familiar with that process, then figure out what you want to do next. And then you do what Luke says. Then you take action. You take inspired action. And that's the part that we get hung up in, right? You get ideas about what you can do to take charge of your life. You get ideas about what you can do to move forward, but then we're too afraid. We're too chicken to sort of do it. We're too nervous, too cowardly. We're afraid of judgment. We're afraid of failure. But then Luke says, just do it anyway, right? Even though you might fail, just go ahead and take action, and to move forward there. And there you have the recipe, right? You have action, you have awareness, then questioning, which leads to action, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is there anything that I've missed here? I know I want to let our friends go here soon.
Well, when we were talking about the subject, when we were coming up with the subject this week, I was wanting it to be, you're not responsible. Well, nobody's responsible for how you feel. You're the one who's responsible for your own emotions. I had a group life coaching session this week, and that's something that I talked about, is you're the one who's responsible for how you feel. Nobody can make you feel an emotion. And that's something that I learned years ago and was very powerful, is that when I realized I was in charge of how I feel, it's not somebody who's making me feel a certain way. And we often say that is, oh, they made me feel this way. No, they're not making you feel this way. You're reacting in your own way, whereas somebody else might not react in the same way you are. And so then you sort of realize, oh, I'm the one who's living a certain emotion, thinking a certain thing based on what this person said, but they're not making me feel this way, because somebody else might feel a different way in the same situation. And so that, when you really get that, then you're not a victim to other people. You're not a victim to circumstance. You realize that your own emotions are up to you to either, change the way you're thinking, help yourself feel better, but nobody else is making you feel anything.
I really like that. We like that. Val, anything to add?
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's our interpretation of things, our perception. This is I would say the mind is really kind of playing tricks on you, or it's your thoughts, it's what you're doing with it. You were talking about inspiration. Have an idea and inspiration. It doesn't come from the mind, really. It comes from the gut, from the heart, or something like that. But then the minute you start processing it with your mind, then this is where you get, oh, I'm afraid, oh, maybe not, oh, maybe I'll get rejected, so it's something that I've been thinking a lot lately, and observing myself is like, okay, the mind is very talkative these days, and it doesn't make me feel good what it's saying, so trying to make the difference between the two, I think is important.
That's really cool. I really love that. And I know you guys have a lot to say on this subject. I want to say, I want to let our friend Valerie go here. I know she's got to run. She's got other things to take charge of. If people want to find out more about you, Val, where do they go?
To thepowerofemotions.ca.
Powerofemotions.ca. That's really cool. Thanks for being on the show, Val.
Bye, Val.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. I really love everything that you guys have said so far. Awareness, questioning, which includes this sort of interpretation, right? Sort of how you question, and then you take action, and then you do what Sam says here. You want to remind yourself that the solution you want to find, the place you want to get to, is recognizing that you are the one that's in charge. You want to remind yourself that it's up to you. Someone's doing something to you, yes, but it's how you're choosing to perceive it, how you're choosing to receive it, how you're choosing to allow it in your experience. And there you find the beginning of true power. True empowerment isn't making sure that everything is good. It's recognizing that everything comes through you. And if you control the matrix, the prism through which the light, the universe filters through you, then you can do far more in order to change and take charge of your life. So much more to say, but we're going to leave that for another time. I have to ask you guys a very important question. What's for dinner?
Oh.
What did you eat in the last 7 days, or what are you about to eat tonight that you enjoyed?
Well,
I don't know if I should talk about what I ate tonight or what was my breakfast this morning at the hospital.
Whichever one you liked.
Well, actually, at the hospital, they brought some cereal, okay, with some milk, but I'm lactose intolerant. So I couldn't enjoy the milk. I asked for some milk, lactose-free milk, you know, but he brought me a glass of milk, and I tasted it. It didn't really feel like lactose-free milk. I think he tried to trick me, that guy, or something like that, you know. And after that, I had coffee, but I don't drink coffee neither. So,
well, look, you win some.
Everything that was there,
That's fine. Look, you win some, you lose some. It can't be perfect, right? 99% is really good enough. How about you, Sam? What's for dinner?
Well, I guess I would have to say my bread and my my sourdough bread, my banana bread, but also I just finished it yesterday. I made a big batch of cabbage soup, vegetable cabbage soup again, and so I ate that like all week. I added barley to it this week, and it was great and healthy and yummy.
That's really excellent. Look.
I also made, I also got a food processor. Woohoo! So I made my own hummus, and it was a beet hummus. Very good. Beet garlic hummus.
Excellent. Well, that's really cool, really wonderful. I had a delicious cold beer, and that always went down very well. So it was fun to have a nice cold drink with my brother of a nice tall glass of Rickard's Red. So that was really good for me. Look, you guys, we made it to the end of the show. I want to say thank you to our co-hosts. If you want to find out more about Samantha, you can check her out at samanthabarley.com, right? If you want to know more about her meetups. Wait, hang on. Do you have any meetups on your calendar coming up?
I sure do.
You sure do.
So does Val, so check the calendar.
Pulling that up right now.
Yeah, so I have, well, this Friday it's already over full, but you never know. I'm doing Transforming Fears group life coaching, Friday at 8 p.m. This is written in Self-Discovery Montreal. I'm also doing next Wednesday after the Appreciationist, I'm doing Ask a Life Coach. So I'm going to be on Facebook Live for 30 minutes answering all your personal development questions. So that'll be super fun. And then next week is Dating and Finding Love group life coaching. Do you want me to say what's on TLOA?
Sure.
So what I was just talking about is on Self-Discovery Montreal, or you can go to samanthabarley.com and follow the event link. And now, with the Law of Attraction, we have Valerie Soule next week, Thursday. She's doing Questions clés pour mieux concevoir votre réalité. Atelier en français avec Val. So that will be Thursday at 6 p.m.
That's really cool. Definitely check out Facebook Live. You can do that from anywhere. You can do it on your phone. Facebook Live is going to be next Wednesday at 8 p.m. You can ask Samantha anything you want, and she's really, really good at answering questions. She's the second best person I know to answer questions beside myself. I'm just teasing you. She's really wonderful. That's it for the show, everybody. We made it.
Oh,
Yay!
yay! All right.
That's it for us. If you want to find out more, go to theappreciationist.com. You can go to lawofattraction.ca, click on calendar. You can go to samanthabarley.com, powerofomotion.ca. Tune in next Wednesday for another exciting episode of
The Appreciationist.
The Appreciationist. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Luke.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, Peter.
Take care.
And bye, everybody else that's looking. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.